Mr. Worthington here again, ready to introduce today, Friday the 5th of February's home learning. Today in English, we're having a vocabulary lesson. So we're going to be looking at some prefixes. Remember, those are some letters that go at the start of a word and can change the meaning. So the prefixes we'll be looking at will be ob, ok, and op. That's OB, OC, and OP. And we've posted a PowerPoint online with some activities to complete. Part of your activity will be to look up the meaning of any new vocabulary and find out how is it that these prefixes change the meanings of words. Then what we'd like you to do is use this new vocabulary in your own sentences in context. Try and make them as interesting as possible, Year 5. In maths today, we'll be moving on from just looking at formal written methods of multiplication to looking at how we can use formal written methods of division. So for example, if you have a question like this, 8,470 divided by 3, then you can use the formal written method that we affectionately call the bus stop method. So our divisor, that's the number we're dividing by, is 3. That goes on the outside of our bus stop. And on the inside goes our dividend. That's the number that we're dividing. So in this case, 8,470. And then we divide each digit, each column, separately. So for example, 8, remember it's 8,000, divided by 3. That's right, Year 5. 2, remainder 2. Because 2 3s are 6. And you have 8, so you have 2 left over. Notice that with the remainder, I've carried it over to the next column and put it in before the 4, which is in the hundreds. So now I want to see 24 divided by 3. And that's right again, Year 5. 8. 8 3s are 24 exactly. This time I have no remainder to carry over to my next digit. Then I do the same, 7 divided by 3, and again, it's 2. 2 3s, Year 5 are 6, we have 7, so we have a remainder of 1, which I must then carry over to my next place column. How many 3s go into 10? And it is 3, remainder 1. 3 3s are 9, we have 1 left over. So you'll have some questions that we've posted online, some that will give rise to remainders, some that won't. So I must remember to write my quotient, that's the answer part of my question, up here to the original calculation. So the answer, 2,823, remainder 1. If you really want to impress me, Year 5, then you can draw on some of the fraction work that we did earlier this term. And you can write this answer as a mixed number. Remember, that's a whole number and a fraction. This part of our quotient stays as the whole number, and we can turn our remainder into a fractional remainder by simply taking the 1 as our numerator, and remember we are dividing by 3, so that becomes our denominator. So the answer to 8,470 divided by 3 is also 2,823 and 1/3. Try and complete the calculations this way, and if you've finished and you're feeling confident, have a go at writing what they would be as a mixed number. This afternoon, it's a science task. Unfortunately, we've not got an experiment for you to try at home, unless, that is, you've got one of these lying around. Not a horseshoe, Year 5, but a magnet. So we're carrying on our science work on forces, and this week we're looking at magnetism. So for example, we'll be looking at what objects attract or are attracted by a magnet. So for example here, these ball bearings that I've used will attract to the magnet. But if I try and use our hand gel here, nothing's happening, Year 5. We also want you to look at what happens when you have two magnets. Sometimes they're attract. Sometimes, though, they'll repel. That means they'll push away from each other. Why is that, I wonder? We've posted a PowerPoint and a video online explaining how this is and why this happens. And what we'd like you to do is complete the tasks we've posted, identifying whether the magnets will attract or repel and drawing some of your own diagrams. Also, we want you to think about what objects will be attracted by magnets, which ones will repel. What are the properties of these objects? What do they have in common? We look forward to seeing all your hard work, Year 5. Don't forget that we've still got a Rockstars battle going on till Sunday. Have a lovely weekend. We'll post another one of these on Monday. Bye for now.